let's move on. As persons of Indian origin and being here, and obviously one thing would be always to see how I can cooperate with an Indian institution or alma mater who are working with. It's not just because we are Indian. Obviously, no researcher would do that per se, whether they are Indian or a German or whoever it is, because you need to find the right partner. They need to work in the field of interest. Obviously, one can go while going home. I know that in the last times also there were plans, and then you want to go to IIT Bhubaneswar, so that you want to have a teaching and things like that. As a generally, you want to, let's say, in a classically said, give back some of the knowledge, sharing knowledge with the youths, that because you are going to home anyway, so you are just taking out 2-3 hours interacting with the young researchers and young faculty. But apart from that, do you have now, let's say, partners who really matching with or complementing your field of research in India, an institution which you regularly have joint projects or working on, publications and things like that?
So a couple of points there, right? So one, answering the second part of your question, and then one suggestion maybe, right? How can be better?
Right.
So first, answering the second point. So I do not actually have active collaborations with partners in India, but we actually have many Indian researchers who come and actually work here, right? As postdoctoral researchers,
right,
or as internship students, right? We've been very, very fortunate. And we are very lucky to actually have such enthusiastic students, if you wish, right? I think there are some students from IITs, BITS, Pilani, who routinely come here for internships, and I'm very fortunate to have such motivated and well-grounded students, right? So in that sense, we are not actively collaborating with top-level researchers or let's say professors or other seasoned researchers, but young researchers or early stage researchers, right? In that sense, that we are kind of more than happy to kind of work and collaborate with interns who come over, and we kind of pay a lot of attention and spend a lot of time and in training them. The hope is, well, they go on to pursue their PhD careers or wherever they go from here, essentially they become trained, and then good things happen. So that's actually one. That's the way in which we kind of collaborate. The second thing which I want to kind of mention as a suggestion is my main reason to kind of go back to India for a shorter stint to kind of give all these lectures, right? So I think there is this very nice GAN program, and I had a look at some of them. They're very good, but it usually is kind of difficult because you have to kind of overlap this during vacation time, family time, and all of this, right? Usually does not make, does not always turn out to be great. What is possible, however, is because now is one of the advantages of Corona times, right? Now, because teaching has become almost digital, at least here in the university, maybe this digital platform is actually a blessing to reach out to universities where it would be otherwise difficult for us to kind of spend a short stint with. So think of this as a block course, right? Which one could do, right? I could do a block course of a week or two, where I would actually use almost the same content as I'm using it for the master studies here, which is well vetted by students and polished and everything. And I do this, but I do this online. And now because of this Corona times, I think this will probably help many researchers connect teaching-wise, at least, with many of the early stage students, masters, bachelors, whatever. And the most important thing is this interaction between the faculty here, like me or Megha, right? So, or other professors with students, right? So just to let them know that, well, this is an opportunity here if you want to kind of pursue your PhD in Germany or Leibniz University or other universities. The course or the lecture is an added advantage. I think the more beneficial part is, as a part of the course, the students get to interact with researchers and also kind of understand our point of view or get this orientation, if you wish. I think the orientation is more important than the lecturing, but you can actually, you get both for free with more flexible timings if you kind of do this over an online platform. And I think that people have now become acclimatized to the online platform. So that's a small suggestion.
Okay, thanks a lot, Avi. Megha, you would like to add any points to that?
Yeah. So I would just compliment what Avishek said. For me, for me also, I mean, it's Indian students or students in general, but because you asked about Indian students,
Right.
it's one form of collaborating, right? So it's collaborating. So I'm also not in active collaboration with any institute in India, but students are always coming to us as interns, and these are the students who have finished their bachelor's or their master's, and it's really a joy working with them, and also helping them to see their actual potential, right? So because sometimes working in a different environment also helps them, and that's how I collaborate with, if you want to say it, as with Indian institutes or students.
Right. So obviously, I mean, not at this point of time, because I also know that time to time I also send you people when there are some requests coming in, or some potential possibilities due to Corona. Of course, this year the mobility was completely curtailed for all of us. So I think in future it would be always nice combining your vacation home and maybe spending a day or two somewhere close by an institution of that is also willing to welcome and receive you, so that as an international researcher, I think a lot of eye opening can happen also for those young minds to speak about how things are happening outside the world, and especially getting to know about you and topics, and that, like, I think that will be very nice.